It is high noon on February 9, 2011, and the Wednesday edition of the Daily Journal is upon the streets. Mike Fry here with Nicole Leonhardt. Nicole, news coming out of Bourbonnais this week. Good news, two kind of neat news. The former Bourbonnais Police Chief, Joe Beard, a scholarship has been named in his honor, and it'll go to law enforcement students at the Kankakee Area Career Center so they can continue their education in that field at either KCC or another university. Very deserving. Joe Beard, Bourbonnais Police Chief for 31 years, a lawman's lawman. He was very interested in education too, so this is a good fit.
Very good, and very good for the people who are going to be receiving that scholarship. As someone who just came out of college, man, they help.
They sure do. What else is neat about this? While the Kankakee Area Career Center is located in Bourbonnais, it serves students from throughout the region, so it's all encompassing, so to speak.
Awesome.
Nicole, it's nearly Valentine's Day. It's 5 days away. On page 810 today, you can find an ad. If you have a loved one overseas in the military, you can send, for a nominal fee, the Journal will send an email to this person wishing them a happy Valentine's Day. That's one thing you can do. Also, there's ads throughout the paper about Valentine's Day specials, flowers, food, what have you, so you can take a look at that. Any big plans for Valentine's Day for you, Nicole?
You know, I don't have any big plans. It's a work day, so I'll just be here with you guys.
Always big plans in the Fry House come Valentine's Day. I only treat my wife to the best. Long John Silver's, Arby's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, whatever she wants, the sky's the limit.
Well, Mike, I'm pretty sure you can make reservations at White Castle.
Oh,
so
she likes that White Castle. She likes those little sliders. She will get a bag of 12 and I'll eat 9 and she'll eat 3. I like going there too for that reason. Maybe we'll have to explore that opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes the way we do it. Okay, there's no problem there. Okay, but White Castle on Valentine's Day. I like that idea.
Alrighty.
I'll take it into consideration. One thing you newsers might have taken into consideration by now, we haven't spoke about the weather yet, although it's very prevalent in our news still. But Dennis Yohnka has the weather, and he's also going to talk about some things in the newspaper today.
Let's go to Dennis.
Hi, this is Dennis Yohnka in the weather office. It looks a little different, but trust me, it's the weather office here at the Daily Journal. I have some AccuWeather forecasts today, but I'm also here to encourage you to read my stories today about cold weather and about getting away from cold weather. I got some tips on frostbite, that sort of thing. But let me tell you why I wrote about those things. Today's high is only going to be 10. The low is going to be minus 11. Tomorrow we're going to do a little bit better with a high of 16 and a low of 8. Friday we'll get up to 26, a low of 20. And maybe by the weekend we'll see a little bit of thaw coming around. Maybe as high as 34, 35. Anybody say 36? Did I hear 36? I don't think so. Let's get back to the newsroom.
Nicole, we are back, and we have a little piece in our live section today about Eddie Van Halen, the lead guitarist of the legendary band Van Halen, donating one of his guitars to the Smithsonian Institute. So I got to thinking, since it's a Let's Rank 'em Wednesday, can we rank our 3 top guitarists of all time? Is that something you can handle?
I think so. I think that should be pretty easy.
Okay, well, why don't we do that, beginning with you?
Alright, I'm going to say, start off with Brendan Bayliss from one of my favorite bands, Umphreys McGee. He does a lot of the rhythm, but there's something about him. He's like very charismatic and I love him on stage. Number 2 would be Jake Sininger, also of Umphreys McGee. He's a maniac. He plays so fast and so crazy. I love it. And number 1, whenever we're talking about music, I'm always going to rank Frank Zappa number 1.
You're a big Zappa person, and that's your guy, Frank? Okay.
He is my guy, but I read somewhere that he would only play like right before he was going on tour, and yet he was always so good, so...
That's a good list. As you know, there's a generation gap between Nicole and mine, and mine's a little different, but mine's a good list too. Okay, Eddie Van Halen, great guitarist, but he didn't make my top 3 despite the opening chords of 8 Talking About Love. Boy, that's a good song. I'll go number 3, the late, great James Marshall Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix from Seattle, Washington. If you've ever heard Voodoo Child, you know the man can play guitar. Number 2, he'd be number 1 on most people's list, but I'm going to go number 2, Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. Stylistically, probably the greatest guitar of all time. I know my wife would argue he's the greatest of all time, and so many great songs. But number 1, I'm going probably because more of a style than substance, Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones. He's my man, okay? Like Zappa's your man. Keith is just the ultimate renegade, you know, outlaw. I just like his style. I do like his runaway guitar playing style too, as illustrated by the song Happy. So I'm going Keith, number 1.
Alright, I think your list is pretty awesome. I like them all. So.
I do like it. And you know, on this Let's Rank 'em, you know, on Mike's Mailbag Thursday, we have the readers submit in. The News and Nooners will submit questions via my email. I'll tell you what, if you have something out there that you want to be part of Let's Rank 'em, why don't you email me at that address below, and we'll work with some of your lists too. That sounds good, Nicole?
That sounds good to me. But go easy on us. Nothing too difficult.
Don't make it too difficult, okay? Nicole could probably handle it, but I'd have difficulty. That'll do it for the news at noon today. You can subscribe to the Daily Journal by calling 815-937-3322. You can also pick it up at the newsstand. So until tomorrow.
Stay informed and send us your rankum ideas.
No slow hand?
No, he's 4.
No. George Harrison?
5. I'd go Clapton 4. Harrison 5. Van Halen 6. Well, hey, it's my I can do whatever I want, okay?